Next is add, from where you can add projects, tasks, manage timesheets, and also initiate the workflows. From the view menu, you can view all of these entities. From the reports menu, you can create reports of your own. The ones that you frequently require can be starred and can be accessed from this menu here. From the recent menu, you can quickly access the last project or task that you had accessed. Next is actions related to approvals and invoicing. On your right is the search bar where you can search using keywords. The content of the document is also searched. Notifications, where you see notifications pertaining to the work items that you are following. Mention, something similar to Twitter, where you can quickly grab a user's attention. Calendar menu, where you can manage your company time offs, vacations. You can also add resource specific holidays from this menu. And last is from where you can manage your settings, contact Celoxis support, perform the administrative operations if you are the. Let's now look at the workflow that I have created, the one that you sent me yesterday. So, being an administrator user, I went to administration, and from the custom app section, I have created this workflow. So there are different states. So this is the workflow. You can define the different states in which the requirement or that particular request will pass through, and the workflow. So it's submitted, then it moves to the next stage, and so on. You can define who this is going to be assigned to. Once this is done, you can now initiate an instance of this workflow or this request from the add and the requirement preparation. You can do this per project also, or it can be done for every department. Let's call it requirement. If you have certain information that you want to capture as part of the request, you can capture them as custom fields. So this is one of the custom field that I have created. You can create different custom fields of different type, like a number, or it's drop down where you can pick values. Those will appear on this page. You can enter the comments or more details about the request here, attach documents if any, and click on save. With this, the request is now created, so it is in the submitted state or your start state, which then moves on to the refer to the explanatory paper as you have mentioned in your screenshot or the attachment. So over here, if you now see, there are these two users which are appearing. So these two users are basically users who are designers in this company. So you can either assign this to Tanya or Mark, who are designers. So let's say this is Tanya. You can enter the comments here and submit it. So now when Tanya logs into the application, she will see this request there so that she can then prepare the sketch. It can again be assigned to herself, or if you, for the next stage, if it is assigned to someone else, some other designer, that can be picked here. So let's say we're going to keep it Tanya and submit. Once this is done, the actual design is prepared, which is now assigned again back to the designer. So let's say Mark will be working for preparing the actual design, or maybe in your case it's the same, then you can keep it unassigned. So the workflow lets you have this flexibility, wherein you then present it to the design team, where it is then assigned to the director. Let's say Emily is the one who is playing the director role in Celoxis. So you can then again add your comments. It is then approved or not approved. So this is the final stage. If it is approved, then it is again closed and you can add comments, and then it moves to the manage the provision state, where you get your work done and then you can close the request. If it is rejected, it then directly goes to the close state without having to move to the next stage of managing the provision of sample products. So does this give you an idea of how workflow can be set up in the application and how you can move through the different states?
Yeah, it's work. Hello.
But is it something that you would like to do it like this way? Is it something as per your expectations?
Yeah. Is it the way we want?
Okay. Okay. So with this, let me now take you to the general functionalities that we have when managing your projects. So let's look at a project. I'll go back to the dashboard. And like I was saying, these are the different reports that you can create in Celoxis. This is a widget, My Projects. You can customize the dashboard to the way that you want. You can pick different columns. So let's say you also want to see what is the actual cost for this project and the actual revenue. You can pick those columns and they'll be displayed here. So let's click on a project. So right now what you're taken to is the overview page of the project where you can see the basic information about the project, the schedule information, and the financial aspect. These are what called as project views. These are reports that you can customize and will show you data pertaining to that particular project only. Let's move to the Gantt. So I'll just set the zoom to. So do you see all the projects? So these are the summary task, child task, where you have set different duration, different dates. Resources are assigned in different allocation. So 50% would mean full time on this working, 50% on this particular task
Ada
duration.
dia baca betul.
Kena calculator. Dia masuk sini. Dia punya reference-nya. Dia juga berani.
You have color coded certain tasks so that you can highlight them in the project plan. There are milestone tasks. So does this give you an idea of how projects can be planned in Celoxis?
Sorry, Rashmi.
Does this give you an idea of how projects can be planned in Celoxis?
Yeah, it's give me the idea.
Okay. Anything else that you would want to, on the Gantt, any functionality that you have in mind?
Kalau nak tanya sama dia ni boleh kita customize tak? Ini besar. Left.
Itu sendiri tu.
Rashmi,
Mm-hmm.
whether the left, my left hand sides, all the purchase agreements, interior, can we edit it?
Yes, these are tasks basically, so you can edit them. So let me quickly create a project for you. I'll close this and let me create a blank new project. So let's say add project, new project,
Okay.
and let us give it a name. Let's say sample project 1. You can change the start date. You can put in the deadline, pick the relevant fields. If you have data pertaining to, other information that you want to capture as part of the project, you can do it from this screen. And let's click on save. So the project is now created. Let's go to the Gantt. The Gantt is right now does not have any task. So you can simply add a task by clicking add task. Let's call it task 1. You can quickly also add multiple tasks. So again, add multiple. Let's say task 2, task 3. This is how you can create subtask.
Subtask.
And I will click on submit now. So all of these tasks are now created in your project. You can then quickly from the Gantt change the duration, which will update the finish date of the task.
Buat saya pakai.
Itu. Dia macam asal.
Senang sangat.
Design nak buat benda ni. Nak cuba buat.
You can also set in dependencies.
Ini buat dia macam cakap.
All the 4 type of dependencies with lead lag time are supported by Celoxis. So do you now have an idea of how you can set this?
Yeah, it's good.
Okay. Any questions on Gantt?
There's no question here.
Okay. So with the kind of projects you plan, do you have a requirement where you want to see how your resources are placed to see if they are over allocated or no? If they have some work to do, they are under allocated. Is that the kind of resource management you do?
Yeah, Rashmi.
Okay, so let me take you to a resource load view.
Sumber.
So basically this report helps you to understand how the resource load is. So on your left, if you see, these are the resources. This is the date and this is the number of hours the resource is working on that particular date. Color coding quickly helps you identify what is the load of a resource. So green would mean optimal allocation, red is over allocation, and blue is under allocation. As you can see, Joe Cool from the 7th to the 13th is over allocated, whereas Mary Jane during the same duration seems to be under allocated, which means she can take up more work. So let's see what are the projects Joe is working on. So these are the 2 projects, office setup and planned event Joe is working on, causing him to be over allocated.
I would look.
These are the 2 tasks, laptops and servers, which is making him over allocated. So from this report itself, you can take a decision if you want to edit the task to assign it to someone else, or edit the task basically to change the timeline of this task. So let's say we'll edit this resource and instead of Joe, let's assign Mary with the same allocation. And now clicked on save. So if you see, we have now resolved our issue of over allocation and we have now have all optimally allocated resources. So does this give you an idea of how you can manage your resources with this report?
Yes, give an idea. Rashmi, from the name what project like Tanya, Peter, Parker, Mary Jane's can we monitoring their products, what they have done, like means the picture of the product they made.
Okay, you're talking about documents that you want to or your designs that you want to upload by these resources.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can they modify it?
So let me take you to a project. So documents or your designs can be uploaded at a project level. You can also do it at your request level. So at a project, you have a files tab where you can see all the documents that are attached to that project. So there are certain PDF files, PNG files. So what you can do is from the more option, you can attach those files. So those designs can be uploaded and once you upload them, they will be visible under the files tab here. You can click those documents to download them. You can also check out and check in a new version of the documents.
Okay, masuk kat Zoom. Kat Zoom nak bila choose any designer names, so I can see their products through the names ni.
Berapa banyak dah dia.
Rashmi, can this software from the name list on my left side, the name of designer, when the when the head of the director came to the place, like say he wants to know Tanya product, As from this software, can we project their product into other device like another monitors, TV or what?
Yes, you can. So in Celoxis, there is a concept of virtual users. So you can create virtual users and you can track their usage also. So virtual users are basically free users. You can go to, let me take you to the users page. So from view, I have clicked on users. And let's say you can now say add user, which is a monitor,
Okay.
and make it a virtual member so that they don't log in and your license is not used up, and click on save. So now when you go back to the resource load view, I am going to quickly edit that report and show you that the resource will come here. And once you allocate the resource on project, so let's see this,
Tambah.
and it comes here. When the resource starts being assigned on task, it will then show up here. So if we go back to the project we created and to the Gantt, you can assign the resource here. So you can say the monitor is being used for this task for, let's say, 8 hours. So let's go back to the report. So you see, this is the project and the task that we assigned the monitor or the, your equipment on. Does that answer your question?
So no.
Okay.
I mean, we have decided to be a place. This one we call a center. Uh, when a director come, so he switch on the TV on the monitor. Then he can monitoring all the resource, all the designer, what the designer doing. Just example, he click Mr. Joku, so he can see the gun what Joku doing, but he want to know what products that Joku have designs, have built, has sketched like that. Do you get me?
Okay. So basically, let's say a reporting manager wants to see what all products or what all activities Joe has worked on.
Yeah, Rashmi.
Okay. So let me take you to dashboard. There is a report called who's working on what? That could be task. So on Gantt, let me just quickly expand this report. So right now what you will see are different tasks. So Peter Parker is basically working on these tasks or these designs, you could say, whereas Tanya is working on these with the schedule health. So you understand that maybe Tanya for LAN cables is on track, which means the task is progressing as per the schedule, where this is off track, which is not progressing or is now delayed. Does that am I on track about understanding your requirement? This is just one.
Something like that.
Okay, this is just one type of visualization. You can pick what kind of report you want. If you want to see it in a chart report, if you want to see it in a RLC format or the resource load view, you can do this. This is just one sample report that I have created. But yes, you can gather that data. You can say pick my team members and show me all the actions that they are working on. So these are all tasks. You can go and edit them in the Gantt.
Rashmi,
Mhm.
from the user Peter Parker, the task, let's say,
Set up whiteboards.
let's say, whiteboards, set up whiteboards. So can this report come out a picture of the to set up whiteboard, what she's doing on the whiteboard?
Okay, so you can click on that, and if there are comments enter here, they'll be visible here. If he's provided an update on what he's doing, those comments will come here.
Okay. If picture is come out picture, is it?
Sorry, can you say that again?
If the task is including the sketch, picture, picture of their products that they sketch, if this save the name of the task is sketch of my chair. So when then click the task, so the chair is come out, the picture is of the chair is come out.
Just a second, Zurina. Let us just have a quick discussion. I'm putting you on a mute, so that we understand that we have understood it correctly. Okay.
Okay. Nak beli, nak bagi buat hati lah. Duh, habis. Dah busuk. Rambut nyamuk. Sekejap punya.
Dia macam ni, attachment yang produk sketches ni tu patut dia pilih dia kan?
Patutnya kat sini.
Situ kan?
Kat sini.
Hi. Yeah, thanks for this. I just want to confirm once again that what you're referring to is that when, let's say, Peter Parker is working on this task, you want to see what are the different designs that he is uploaded for this task.
The design, the sketch, the sketch and the product itself, it uploads in one task name.
Okay, so like I said, all the comments that he's made or the updates will be visible here. If there are any documents or files like designs you say, they will be available on the file document here. So you can attach files. Let's see, I'm going to attach a file here quickly. So it will be visible here under the file tabs. There are, like I said, any updates, they'll be visible under the tab here. Is that okay?
So from the report, so we can get the picture itself for the Peter Parker, what is doing, what the file is uploading in the setup whiteboards, is it?
Okay, so let me just add that column. It's called an attachment column.
Banyak juga nak faham ni. Dah lah kau kat India.
So you can quickly see all those here.
Oh, okay. Tapi bagus, produk bagus. Betul mahal. Klik sini je. Okay.
You can obviously drag those columns so you can have it near the updates or the task name. Yes, Zurina, you were asking.
Rashmi. Yeah. Rashmi, if we buy these products, your software, it includes the user manual to use how to use these products, because you are based in India, so we cannot access you most of the time.
Okay, so to answer this question, during the onboarding, once you decide to go ahead with Celoxis, we give you a first 1 hour free Q&A session or the onboarding session free. Although we are based in India, we have a 24 by 5 chat support, chat and ticket support with our response time less than an hour. So you will always have some support team answering your doubts whenever you have them, as in when you have them. Plus, you can also offer, we also offer training packages which you can pick in case you want your users onboarded. So all of these facilities are there which you can use for understanding the product and getting onboarded quickly. Our support is 24 by 5, so you will never find issues where the ticket is with us for a long time and you have not heard back from us. That's never the case.
Okay, Rashmi. Thank you so much.
Zurina, just to add to what Rashmi said, we do have a user manual. We have a documentation which we will show you. We also have a help center where you can see reference videos and see how things are set up. The
Bagus.
documentation and help center. Just a second, we are showing it to you on the screen so that you can see that as well. So this is a documentation.
So this is our documentation.
Just after training online.
It's one of the best written documentation in the project management industry. It has a search tab, so you can use the search tab to have a to find whatever topic you are referring to. And we also have a help center which covers some short 2 minute 3 minute videos to help you identify how you want to create a custom app, how you want to create a workflow and stuff like that. Can you show that as well? Help center. We are going to show you that as
Like
well.
I was talking about, when you click on the user icon, this is where you can contact Celoxis support. This is our help center link, which you can quickly access. Our documentation links are also available from here, and you can contact
Okay.
Celoxis support by opening a ticket, or there is a chat support too.
Yeah. Also, Zurina, Celoxis is rated as one of the softwares that has the highest. You can is one of the easiest software to learn as per the feedback, and we have clients not only in that region where you are coming from, Southeast Asia. We have clients in Australia, New Zealand, Russia, non-English speaking clients such as Saudi Arabia and in fact in US also. So support and learning is not a problem. What I would suggest, if this is close to your requirement, which you will tell me, I'm sure, if it is close to your requirement, open up a free trial account. We offer a free trial account that is valid for 30 days. Okay, you can test the software yourself.
With this sebulan. Free trial. Berapa orang? Dah gaji ni tak? Macam ni. Shabi.
Yes.
My colleague, she will go back to discuss with her boss first. So to choose her colleague, which one will use the trial version.
Fine.
Okay.
Do you want me to share this the link of this demo to you so that you can refer it if you want to show it to your bosses or someone in your team?
Can you can share it.
Okay, we will share that link so you can share it with your boss and you can see it again how Rashmi has shown you the workflow and stuff like that. Okay, so I think Rashmi has covered most of what you require to see. The product is vast. It's kind of a future ready tool for you. So if your requirements change in future, you would not be expected to spend more money on a project management tool. It can be taken care using Celoxis. Possibly, I'll share the link today, and I think let's talk around in a week's time or so to understand what is your feedback on this after your discussion internally. Okay.
Okay, Shabir.
If there is any question that you want to answer, that you want to ask, please feel free to ask now.
Shabir, for the trial version, when it's starting, you want to give to me try it, whether this month or next month or now?
Sorry, I didn't get your question. You want me to? Yeah, please
For the
repeat.
trial for the trial version, can you share it for starting from January?
Yes, I can. So see what you have to do. This is my website, celoxis.com, and you see in this start free trial link here available. Can you see that?
Okay,
Just enter the
I
company,
can see.
your name, your email address, and the phone number, which is optional, and you are good to go. It starts within seconds actually.
The start free 30-day trial is for 1 user or 2 user or 3 user or 5 user.
It's for 5 users.
Okay, for 5 user.
Yes.
Shabi, I will come to you when I discuss with my colleague boss. So is in anything I will email to you or WhatsApp to you. Okay?
Yeah, no problem. Meanwhile, what am I going to do is just for your reference with your discussion with your boss, I will drop a code to you for 20 users like you mentioned, so that if your boss asks what is the price, you know what is the price because you are getting a discount of being a non-profit organization. Okay?
Okay, Shabi. Thank you so much.
Okay then. Thank you, Zurina. Please feel free to write back to me if there is any other question.
Yeah. Thank you, Rashmi. Thank you.
Thanks, Zurina. Have a good day ahead. Bye-bye.
Bye.